Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We're gonna kind of change the script a little bit here and switch to more Halloween themed video games. And here we are with Dysmantle, the top-down zombie survival action RPG. And enough chat, let's get into it.
This is an automated recording sent from K23, the Crown Station. Everyone will be provided a safe transit as soon as possible.
We all do what we must, just to survive, just to exist. When our society started to collapse, I was prepared. My underground shelter was filled with food and supplies, but that was years ago. Nothing's left now. I have no idea what awaits me at the surface, but I can't stay here. All I know is that there's supposed to be an evacuation site to the east. I need to get there. I need to escape this wretched island.
Wretched indeed. Well, I would like to think that any island or any place engulfed by zombies, probably wretched. We're trying to remember all the buttons here. And we can't break tires yet. Smashy smashy. Yeah, so it's as much crafting as it is survival. We're gonna trigger the tutorial. Alright, so we have discovered that. Let's smash these. Still all our materials. Alright, so press X to destroy. Yeah, we've already kind of figured that out. Get a bunch of wood while we're here. Okay, can't break that. We have to level things up. Let's investigate. Upgrade the crowbar tool and break through the obstacles. Any scrap metal, wood, and then upgrade things. So that's pretty much what we're doing here. We're just kind of getting all the pieces. Getting on the metal here. Getting wood from the chairs. Can also break down the vines too as well. It's not going to give us metal or wood, but I mean, it's going to give us some stuff later on. Now, we might have enough to level. Let's throw all that away. Let's start or something. Yeah, let's start. Alright, so inventory. For 2020. So let's track it. And then what else can we track? I don't think we can track anything else. But let's go to the fire here. Let's craft it. We might not need to track it. Upgrade gear. And long press. Boom. We need scrap fabric. Let's break this. We should be able to bust this now. Claim some XP. Yeah, this game kind of slipped under my radar years ago, but I am like really big into anything isometric. Just like this weird genre, like subgenre of zombie top-down games. And we can't break this. We're gonna need parts and stuff. We're gonna have to come back over here later when we upgrade more things, so we're able to utilize all these different parts. Get all the electrical components and whatnot. Yeah, there's a lot to this game, and I do appreciate... Oh, we have to unload here. I do appreciate that there's hand-holding, because, again, there's a lot that you have to figure out, and I 100% appreciate all the questing and the tutorials and kind of holding your hand in the beginning, just so you kind of get your feet wet, so to speak, because there's a lot you can do outside, and there's a lot that you just aren't aware that you're able to do yet. We can't cook because I don't think we have any food. And we're just pretty much just scrapping for parts here, but I don't think we have to. I don't think it's as dire. But we do need any sort of bits and bobs that we can get right now. Like a good head start.
All working evacuation transports are outbound. Please keep calm and wait for the maintenance. This is an automated recording sent from K23, the Crown Station.
The funny thing is, I mean, you guys can't see me, but I've been pulling the left trigger every time I change the camera angle. So if anybody who's familiar with V-Rising, which again is another isometric top-down action RPG game, you probably feel my woes right now. Because even as I'm aware of it, I'm still doing it. I can't stop my left trigger from pulling every time I want to move the camera. Ex-human scrapper, a melee-oriented ex-human that finds strength in numbers but is relatively harmless by itself. Okay, so it's good to know. Oh, kind of got ballsy there in that last hit. Thought there was a crouch. Is there a crouch? Maybe I'm just thinking of every other zombie game. There's always a crouch. Can't break that. What about the mailbox? Now you'd think every zombie would be hearing that right now. But it's not. These become beneficial later on when you can smash those. Let's go here. And we have no map, so you're still kind of blind right now because you don't know where Zeds are. There's two here. Yeah, I don't remember if there has to be some sort of way that you can sneak up on them. I just don't think we're privy to that information yet. We're gonna have to do just attract one of them at a time. We don't want to fight both of them. Oh, got a piece of us. Pizza place. Eat it. Well, that's very insightful. I want pizza too. Yeah, I thought there was a sneak button, but there's none. I mean, at least I'm trying to press the buttons. You almost kind of forget how many hits it takes to take down a Zed. I say Zed, and yeah, again, I'm cross-referencing State of Decay. All these zombie games are just all just a big mashup in your brain. Alright, we dropped all those in there. Yeah, I think zombies are probably my favorite genre, but weirdly enough, I don't like playing Resident Evil. More or less like childhood trauma. Playing back in the day when they were like really difficult and it was mostly camera angles and stuff. And you always had like one bullet, but you had to like shoot 3 zombies and they're very spongy. I know you see me. Terribly nearsighted. There we go, right in the forehead. Yeah, I think it just always just kind of stuck in the back of my head. Like, I don't like this. I don't like being limited. I like to be able to kind of take things on. Well, see, yeah, they're way more effective when they're not looking. But I think later on you do get a stronger weapon, or you can upgrade weapons to where they're way more effective. What does this say? For the memory of the native inhabitants of the island, original artifacts are as discovered in 1917. Yes, all these benches later on become very beneficial for upgrading and tools and scrapping and stuff. Alright, we got one here. And I imagine the other one's gonna get sound. Close that. Oh, was not prepared for that backhand. And we closed that door specifically because that guy would have heard it otherwise. See like his alert right now? Very aware of the situation. Or as aware as he's gonna be. We just discovered ceramics. Oh, that wasn't even the thing that I wanted. Trying to get the ceramics and break the table. I think we'll have to go offload these. Now, I think there's one over here. Yeah, there's a fire, there's a container. We'll go to this one. Another perfect campfire, but no one in sight. Strange. I agree, very strange. Play some soccer or street hockey, whichever you prefer. Some basic equipment is needed to even have a chance of survival. So go to the link tower, we get a map, upgrade your backpack, level up. Perfect. That's going to be a very beneficial quest line soon. Now, I don't know if I want to start commotion out there, but there's another guy kind of, I wouldn't say he's doing Overwatch, but pretty nearby. We break this? Yeah, we can. So we got what? Plastic? You leveled up. Return to the campfire and invent a new recipe that will help you on your journey. So the downside about this game, if I remember correctly, every time you go to the campfire, it's kind of like a Souls to where the enemies will respawn. Now, my interpretation might be slightly incorrect. There you go. Sees me now. Now, I think it's like when you sleep at the bonfire, or the campfire, as they call it. I don't think it's every time you go there. I think it's just when you sleep. Because when you sleep, I think you recover your health. So I think that is your issue. So it's kind of like a risk reward thing. You need health while you go to the bonfire or campfire. And you, okay, to hold, yeah, to run. That's good to know because I don't think we've had to do that yet. All we've been doing is just kind of like rolling, dodge rolling and whatnot. Drop that really quick. There's a quest here. Hello? The dog is not home. Oh, but that guy is. I like that they target automatically for you. There you go. Nice effective hit. Happy you took the long way. Got stuck behind the doghouse. Yeah, it's a very fun game that you don't want to rush through. You want to kind of go on your own pace. You don't want to make a whole lot of noise, but you know, at the same time, you also don't want to overstay your welcome. If that makes any sense. You want to kind of loot what you can. Try to unlock the nearest campfire, because if you do perish, the game is not super punishing, but you can always just respawn at the nearest campfire. And we might even need some health soon, so we might actually have to do that shortly. But there's also another way too, that with the link towers and whatnot, you can actually upgrade your abilities to where you don't need to... Oh, let's get out of there. Oh, he stopped. Okay. Now he's back again. Wow, that was a really effective one. I don't know why it sounded like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Oh, wow. But yeah, that was a really effective blow. But yeah, like I was saying, is you can upgrade your link towers. Like a blueprint, something like an upgrade you can do. I forget the term for it. But what you can do in terms of the campfires is you can remove that whole effect, have to beat everybody up again, because you don't have to worry about them respawning. It will remove that, but it's like within the region, so I can't show you now because we don't have a map yet. But once we get to the link tower, you'll know what I'm talking about. Should be tomatoes here. Tomatoes, let's make some soup. Oh, we need to craft a cooking pot. Get some ceramics here. Search. What treats will we find? More plastic. Cloth, very useful. Alright, let's go here. Campfires restore your health, but also respawns the monsters. However, there's a way to stop the monsters from coming back. Yeah, we just basically talked about that. Okay, Inventor 1 enables inventing and crafting items at campfires. Perfect. Yeah, so now I think we just started that quest line. So we can do knives, cooking pot. So we're gonna craft it. So we had the points. The great thing about it is like when you look at here, it'll show you which ones you can actually do, which is pretty nice. So like we're able to do throwing knives, but we're not able to craft it yet. So we're shy 3 pieces of plastic. Yeah, there's a lot you can do here. Would be nice if you were able to kind of like zoom out. So it's called the deadly transmission. So what that does is that disables all the monsters in that region. So everything, the whole map is separated by regions. What you can do is you can do that to where you put it here at the link tower and you can come back here indefinitely and they won't respawn. I'm not sure if you can remove those transmissions, the deadly transmissions, but I know that you can connect multiples of them. Because in my personal playthrough, I do have a lot of them. I don't have them here so much, mainly because the Zeds in this area is relatively easy to kill. But I think if when you're starting, this area can be very difficult. Oh, got him. Good little whack in the face. But once you kind of come back here, because you do have to come back here for a bunch of scrap parts and whatnot, you're going to spend a lot of time here. Because you're going to want to get as many bits and bobs as you possibly can. But eventually you're going to grow out of it. You're going to be really OP compared to all the Zeds in the area, the boss in the area and stuff. Like, they're just not going to be able to take you down. So here's your map. We're in Capernaum. And Link Tower is now going to show all the recent ones nearby. So as you get those, it expands out. So if you look at the outlines of them, that's what I'm talking about with the deadly transmission. It's not very beneficial to where we're at currently because it's a very small little area. But you can open the gate. It's not going to let you. This is your boss. And I guess we're going to try to tackle him in the next episode. Now we'll go a little further here. Kind of scrap more pieces. So now we have a map. Fantastic. I think you clearly know what the red dots are. I don't have to explain the red dots. Yeah, this is your link tower, and you can do a bunch of upgrades here. So the one that we're going to want to do is the deadly transmission, but I would probably not want to waste it in this area. Because I don't think you need to. I'm not going to say that the enemies aren't tough. They can be, especially at the level that we're at currently. But, I mean, I think if you're cagey and patient, shouldn't be that difficult. I hear one stomping around somewhere. Let's go over here. Let's drop off our loot. Because if we do die, then we have to go pick up our stuff. Similar to like what Enshrouded and V Rising do. Now, I personally don't play like that. I disable all that stuff because it's just grindy. I don't need it. I don't need to play that way. But I know that's how the game's like originated. I try to play them more like action RPG, less survival or grindy like Dark Souls kind of thing. I like to explore a lot more. Oh man, just a couple spots and we've already like nearly maxed out our inventory. That's probably another thing we're gonna want to do is maybe upgrade our backpack. Can we do that already? Because I think we got enough plastic. We needed like 10 and I think we had 7. So let's do that. So here's our link tower. This is what you definitely want to do, but it's level 7. Can't really do much. We could do throwing knives, but you have to replenish them at the camp. We have enough, but I don't know if we're gonna have enough metal and plastic. Upgrade our gear though. So let's do this. Plant matter. Okay, so what I was thinking was the throwing knives. Let's upgrade these. Oh, forgot. You have to long press until it completely goes. So we need fabric, we need iron to upgrade our cooking pot. Let's do those tomatoes. So see, if you looked, we went to the campfire to upgrade our things. Now the zombies have respawned. But I think our weapon's gonna be way more effective, so it's almost beneficial to do that. just because like you're gonna deal with that issue. So it's not necessarily sleeping, it's just going to the campfire. Once you interact with the campfire, that's gonna be the problem. Now we need what, one more? So see, now we're like one hit and those are going down. As before, we're having to do it what, several times. Let's get 2 more and then we'll dump these. We still have that there because we haven't been able to finish that dialogue. This happens. 2 good long press whacks. Well, I guess it finished it this time because we weren't able to continue it. Didn't have the investigate anymore. Mosey on down. Those hits are very effective now. And we only leveled it up twice. I would almost say level up 1 more time before you kind of wander yonder. Because he can be a little tough because he's very wily with his throwing ability. I don't like that we get blocked by things really easily. There we go, got him. Yeah, it's one downside is like things don't go see-through. You know, like a lot of other top-down RPGs are. I don't know if Diablo does it, but I know a couple of them do it. And unfortunately, this doesn't. I think it's something like Victor Vran does it, but yeah, here you have to be mindful of the foreground. Won't be able to see the background. Nice little effective hit there. I don't think we're equipped to do it yet. Because it's a time thing, it's like you have to survive. I think it's a bunch of waves. You might need the knives for it. It just makes it a lot easier. Oh, I have to search. It's plastic. There's also a day and night cycle as well, so be mindful of that. We don't have a flashlight. It doesn't get super dark, but I mean, it's gonna get dark at some point. So you want to be mindful of that. Still trying to train myself not to pull the left trigger when I change the camera angle. It's just a habit. Was playing V Rising recently and it's kind of like the ramification of it. We're not gonna be able to go here because the door's barred. I think we'll stop at this point and we'll continue on the next episode. So as always, guys, we'll catch you in the next one.